Greetings, boys and girls. It is now time for Math Workshop. We're having fun learning math today. Math today is fun. We learn from our success. We learn from everyone. We're having fun learning math today. Math today is fun. We learn from our success. We learn from everyone. We're learning to think. Think today. Thinking today is fun. Thinking helps us solve problems. Solving problems helps everyone. We're learning to think. Think today. Thinking today is fun. Thinking helps us solve problems. Solving problems helps everyone. Boys and girls, can you read our learning target with me? I can partition a circle and a rectangle into equal shares. Great job, boys and girls. Remember, our vocabulary words are partition, which means to cut, and equal, which means the same size. Also, we learned that when you don't cut or partition a shape, we call it one whole. When a shape is cut into two pieces, it's known as two halves. When it's cut into four pieces, we call it 4/4. And when it's partitioned into three pieces, we call it 3/3. Let's look at our homework from yesterday. For page 779, Andre completed his work correctly. Number 7, you should have written 3/3. This shape was divided into 3 equal parts. So we call the entire shape 3/3. This entire shape was split into 2 equal parts, so it's called 2 halves. If you got those answers right, please give yourself a star. Number 9 says draw lines to partition each shape. Andre 3 horizontal lines to create 4 equal parts. Here he divided his shape into 2 equal parts. Here he divided his shape into 3 equal parts. And here he divided his shape into 2 equal parts. At the bottom it says partition the shapes in a different way. Show the same number of equal parts. Notice how Andre's lines on number 13, 15, and 16 look different than what the book showed him. He partitioned the shape in different ways to show the same amount of equal parts. If you did that, give yourself a star. Great job, Andre. Now let's look at Helio's work. For page 780. We learned that Eva's mom bought a pizza, and Eva ate 1 equal part. Her friend ate 1 equal part, and there was 1 equal part left for Eva's mom. How much of the pizza was left for Eva's mom? Helio wrote 1 slice out of 3. That is the correct answer. There were 3 people in this problem, and Eva's mom ate 1 of those 3 slices. Number 18, we learned that Gracie had a round slice of watermelon. She and her sister shared the slice equally. How much did each girl eat? Well, the watermelon was split into 2 halves, so they each ate 1 of the halves. And number 19, Sadie's making a picture for her cousin. She folds a piece of paper in half, then she folds it in half again. She opens up the paper. How many equal parts are there? There are 4 equal parts. If you've gotten these answers right, boys and girls, please give yourself a happy face. Now let's look at the hot problem. It says show the same number of equal parts in 2 different ways. So the book showed 4 equal parts with vertical lines. Helio made 4 equal parts here in a different way and 4 equal parts in the last square by making horizontal lines. And he said they all have equal parts. Great job, Helio. Remember, boys and girls, if you would like your homework featured on the next YouTube video, then please take a picture of your work and you can send it to Mrs. Hefner through a text message or email. Now let's watch a video that explains more about equal parts. What do you call one part of a fraction? In this lesson, you will learn what a unit fraction is by dividing circles and rectangles and finding equal shares. Boys and girls, in this shape, it has 2 halves, and they're the same size. In the circle, there are 4/4 that are the same size. That's what we call the whole shape. But what would you call just part of that shape? Let's first think about what a fraction is. A fraction is just part of a whole picture or of a whole item. It's just a little tiny part of it. For example, the whole here is 4/4. But if we color one of those parts orange, it's now 1/4. There's a small unit that has been colored in, 1 out of 4 pieces. Now, if a fraction is any value that represents a part of a whole, what is a unit fraction? It's the same thing, a part or a tiny piece of the whole picture. So this circle is 4/4 right now. But if we take out one of these equal parts, it's called 1 out of 4 or 1/4. It does not matter how many parts are in the whole. A unit fraction is always one part of that whole. So this whole is 4/4. But if we color one part blue, it's 1 out of 4 parts or 1/4. This circle is 2 halves, but if we color one part of the halves yellow, it is now 1/2 yellow or 1 out of 2. The whole shape here is 3/3, but if we color one section orange, the orange section is known as 1 out of 3 or 1/3. In this lesson, you've learned what a unit fraction is. Great job listening, boys and girls. Let's continue. Some students partition pizzas in different ways. These are the pizzas, boys and girls. Which pizza is not partitioned equally into fourths? Is it A, B, or C? That's right. It can't be B or C because these are partitioned equally. Each section has equal shares. So the answer is A. This is the pizza that is not partitioned equally. Great job, boys and girls. Now, if I were to color in one of these sections of pizza, what unit have I colored in? Yes, the unit fraction would be 1 out of 4 slices of pizza. Great job, boys and girls. Remember, today we learned that partition means to cut and equal means the same amount. A whole is something that has not been partitioned. But if you have 2 pieces, that's called 2 halves. 4 pieces, 4/4, 3 pieces, 3/3. Boys and girls, it is now time to have more fun with math. Use your math workbook, Volume 2, pages 781 to 782. Remember, take a picture and text it or email it to Mrs. Hefner when you are finished. And if Mrs. Hefner sees that you need a little extra help, I will call you and we'll work on the problem together. After that, work online using MobyMax or Freckle. Boys and girls, have fun learning. See you next time.